In this video, I'm going to tell you guys what I think every beginner needs a Comica VM40. And for you guys that don't know what that is, it's basically a shotgun microphone. Now, to give you guys some context, I had a very horrible relationship with shotgun microphones, right? So when I just started videography, I got myself a very entry-level shotgun microphone, to be honest, and I kind of hated the way the audio sounded. Reason being, I was putting the shotgun directly on top of my camera, and in a lot of situations, shotgun audio does not perform the best right on top of your camera, especially if you're not very close to your subject. So then I kind of moved away and I went into the lavalier territory. So with lavaliers right now, I'm using the Hollyland Lark Max, and I absolutely love it. But I kind of noticed that persons were using shotgun a lot, and I noticed that they're using booms. So for me personally, as a more run and gun style, I don't always have somebody with me to get, boom audio. So I was just like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I noticed that persons were using like a boom pole and a stand, and I really wanted to know what was the benefit, like what's the reason to do this versus just using a lav microphone that's a lot easier to set up. And honestly, after looking at the pros and the cons, I really do think I'm going to incorporate a lot more shotgun into my setup, and the Comica VM40 was kind of like the perfect workaround for that. So let me just explain. This video is going to be an explanation as to why I want to use more shotgun audio and why I specifically chose the Comica VM40. I'm just going to share why good audio is important. Without going into too much detail, guys, if someone cannot hear what you're saying clearly, they're less likely to pay attention to your video. We can pay attention to okay video, but when it comes to bad audio, it's going to be really hard to hold the attention of your audience. Just to give you an example right now, I'm using the Sony A7 IV. So I'm going to let you hear what the Sony camera audio sounds like. Then I'm going to let you hear what the Hollyland Lark Max sound like. And then I'm going to let you hear what the Comica VM40 sounds like. So I guess I'll just do my ABCs just to give you that fair audio test. So this is the Sony A7 IV. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I want to do the whole alphabet. Now this is the Hollyland Lark Max, which is the lavalier microphone that I have right now. Now it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And now we're going to try the Comica VM40. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Alright, so now that you have a sound test with all three of those, you can listen. And I advise you to listen with headphones, just so you can get a clear understanding of which one you think sounds better. One of the reasons why I'm leaning towards incorporating more shotgun audio into my work is because of your placement of the lavalier microphones. They're very close to the speaker, so oftentimes you don't get a lot of ambient sound. So it does sound a little bit more isolated and not as natural, but the benefit of having a shotgun microphone is that it's going to get a lot more of your ambient audio, so it sounds a lot more natural. Right now it's raining. I'm not sure how exactly it's going to perform, but I'd love to kind of see how it captures that ambient sound without being, too distorted. Personally for me, I like my audio to sound natural and like we're in the environment. I don't want it to sound too much like we're in a totally separate place. And it helps a lot when you have multiple speakers. I did a short film recently and I was using lav microphones, and I realized it does kind of get like confusing when you're laving multiple talents versus having a boom mic in the scene and being able to get like everybody in a more balanced equation. So that's one of the reasons why I really want to incorporate a lot more shotgun for my documentary style and interview setups. So now we're actually going to start talking about the Comica, because this video is actually about the Comica. So let me actually show you guys what comes in the box. So for me personally, this is the box right here. I'm gonna say I like the carrying case. I love when camera companies or audio companies include carrying cases. Like, guys, do not just give us stuff in a box. We need to be able to lug them around. Let me just show you. This right here is one of the, well, I'm trying to block my face out because we have face detection. So this right here is one of the shotgun microphones. I bought a set that comes with two, so I have two of these bad boys right here, showing you guys how it looks. Honestly, love the build quality, feels very pristine. You have a dial right here to adjust your gain. You have some buttons right here You have your USB port. You have your 3.5mm port. Looking what other ports you have here. Yeah, this is it. In my set, we also get, I think we get 2 dead cats. So this is 1 dead cat right here. This is for when you're outdoors. So basically when you're outdoors, it's gonna help to protect you against, you know, noise. We have another one right here. Fresh smell. Yeah, so we got 2 dead cats. We have 2 regular sleeves. This is just gonna be protecting you from, like, you know, when you say certain words like "pa" or like I think it's a sibilance filter. Don't like quote me too harshly, guys, but I think this is like a filter for certain words. I think this is what this is gonna help with. So this is for wind. This is gonna help with certain words. So inside we have a bunch of cables. So let's open these cables out. We got this right here, which is, I think we're gonna use to charge them or connect to our computer. So this is USB-A to USB-C. So this you can use when you're connecting your shotgun microphone to your computer, because this thing comes with 32 gigabytes of storage. So the shotgun microphone itself actually can store information in the microphone, so you don't even have to connect it directly to your camera. In fact, I'm not connecting it directly to my camera. It's just nice to have like centralized audio. For voices, when you're doing instruments, then you might want panning, but I don't want to pan my voice because it's not a song. This right here, I think it's another set of USB-C cables. Let's just open them out to see how they look. Okay, yeah, so this is a multi-cable. So, okay, they give us 1 USB-A charging cable that has 3, so it's basically 1 USB-A to 3 USB-Cs. Not sure what we're gonna use that for, but definitely can find some use for it. This right here is a 3.5mm cable. So we can use this to connect our shotgun directly. We can use this to connect our shotgun directly to our camera or whatever device you're using to record. If you're using an audio recorder or other cables. I think we got 2 of those cables. Let's open it out. So we get a bunch of stuff in this kit. Won't lie to you, this is definitely a very high value kit that comes with a lot of stuff. I mean, based on the price, honestly I have to say this is a very good deal, especially considering the price. This is an adapter that you can probably put underneath the hot shoe. So I think this is a 3.8 adapter. I don't want to quote, don't quote me on these adapter sizes because I probably won't even be using them. But yeah, so we just went through our bunch of cables. Let me actually, and by the way guys, I'm going to be using all the audio from this video unless stated otherwise. This is going to be the Comica VM40. I am not sending it directly to the camera. I'm recording directly inside of the shotgun because I want the audio to be mono. I do not want the camera to make the audio stereo. I'm going to make it stereo in post. Right here we have, this is our hot shoe mount. I like this guy right here. I have my shotgun mic attached on one of them right now. So this is the extra one. It comes with 2 because I personally got a set of 2. This is our wireless receiver. So basically the shotgun mic works as a transmitter. It's going to transmit to this receiver, and since I have a set of 2, I have up to 2 channels of it. So if you want to send your shotgun audio directly to your camera, you have the option of doing that. I'm not doing that because I want to record in mono. I also want to show you the difference between my camera audio and this. But yeah, this right here, very clutch. And it's not just limited to your camera. You can also connect it to your audio recorder, whether you have a field recorder, you have a Zoom H1, whatever recorder you're using, this right here. So it can help you to monitor it. You can also like adjust your gain through this. Also, there's, yo, honestly guys, this thing has so much options and features, it's absolutely crazy. So now I'm going to give you guys some reasons as to why I think the VM40 is a perfect setup for beginners. First, I'm going to start off with the price. I got this kit for a total of $399, and honestly, I know that might sound like a lot, but when you think about it, it is actually an amazing deal. First of all, I'm getting 2 shotgun microphones, not 1. So for me personally, I do a lot of weddings. I can give one of these shotguns to my second shooter, and we both will have shotgun audio if we need to do a quick interview. Again, to get the pristine audio from this, you're going to want to probably have it on a boom pole and have it like maybe around 2 feet away from your talent, but it's going to be definitely better than your camera audio. 2, you also get this transmitter right here, which allows you to transmit your audio directly from your shotgun straight into your camera. So if you don't want to have to do any post-processing, you can still get the good distance, and everything is going to be perfect right there. You're also getting 32 gigabytes of storage internally inside this microphone. So even if, let's say, you want to still have the option of mono, you can send the signal to your camera as well as have a backup mono recording on the shotgun microphone. So that's absolutely amazing. So you're getting so much value right here. Not to mention all the stuff I showed you earlier in terms of additional accessories, like the USB cables, the 3.5mm cables. Trust me, you are getting a lot. In terms of the ease of use, this thing is very basic as it comes to plug and play. It automatically pairs once you turn it on. There's no complicated pairing process. And for you to start recording, all you have to do is just hold it on the record button. What I will say is it has a lot of extra modes that can be a little bit confusing. Personally for me, I'm not going to be using a lot of the extra modes. So for instance, not sure if you guys can see, let me block my face. It has different levels of like noise cancellation. It also has high pass filter. Let me see what the filter is. So I think one of them is a high pass filter. No, I think one of them is a high frequency boost, and the other one is a low pass filter. So it has like different filters and effects. Personally, I'm not gonna be using a lot of these. I like to have my control myself. I did not get this to like do that, and I do feel like when microphones denoise or use the high pass filter or whatever it is the case, that they oftentimes don't do it properly. So I think it's better to rely on yourself and do your post processing in post. But yeah, I think it's definitely a good deal. I think even this knob right here, the gain knob functionality on the shotgun is amazing. I think it's easy to just plug and play. And if you're trying to get versatile with your audio, because when I just started, I wasn't very big on redundancy. Which redundancy when it comes to audio basically means having multiple sources of audio, because anything can go wrong. For me, it was just like I have my lavalier, perfect. But as you go further and further, you realize lots of things can happen. And even in a case where you're doing a regular interview setup, it's good to have a lavalier on your talent, a shotgun microphone, and even any other kind of backup audio you can get. Like anything that can record audio, have different instances of it, because if something goes wrong, at least that way you can still go back and you're good to go. So personally guys, my advice to you is if you're trying to get more natural sounding audio, definitely invest in a shotgun microphone. The Comica VM40 is an amazing piece of gear. I'm loving it so far, and I think it's going to make a drastic difference. Are there any cons? If you're not a beginner and you're looking into going to really high-end audio stuff, then I wouldn't say this is the perfect thing for you. I think it's a perfect way for beginners to get started using shotgun audio. But from what my research has shown me, a lot of persons that are doing more professional setups, they're typically going for a more higher end boom microphone, as well as they're using cables, because this microphone is wireless, which is great for me because I like a smaller setup. It does have leeway into interference, and you find that when you're using cables, you're going to get a much higher quality of signal. Most persons in the professional realm aren't necessarily going wireless. They're going with cables directly inside of their audio recorder, and they're getting everything high grade. So they really don't want to take chances when it comes to using wireless systems. I, on the other hand, don't mind that much because I'm already using a wireless lav, and I can afford to take the little extra risk. So if you're looking for a nice high quality shotgun microphone, I highly recommend the Comica VM40. If you want to try, I'm going to leave a link below in the description, and let me know what you guys think.